welcome to week 3 of Rhymes and Reasons. Thanks for joining us for the first time if you're here, or for coming back, sticking with me even through this super weird process as I get a little bit better at it. We were talking in classes this week about physical health and well-being. That was our domain of development for the week to focus on. And we had a couple of really good questions pop up about integration and sensory processing. So I'm going to talk about a rhyme today that is pretty popular. You guys have probably heard this in programs, from public programs like at the library to private programs at the preschool. You'll have to forgive me if you already know it, but it's great to learn why something like this sticks around for as long as it does and the things that we can do to benefit from it. So it's called Slowly, Slowly. I can't find the original author of it. That's one of the things about the oral tradition, is the more these songs circulate and the more we share them with each other, we kind of lose track of copyright and ownership. So my apologies and thanks to the creator of this rhyme. It's a great one. So when we're talking about sensory processing and integration, especially in very, very young children, we're making the acknowledgement that our left hemisphere, the left side of our brain, is in charge of the right side of our body, and the right side of our brain is in charge of the left side of our body. And the midline between our two hemispheres is where we have to focus on integrating those two hemispheres. And so there's a couple things that we can do with this rhyme. For very young children, we're looking at the ways that reflexes work, especially in our hands and the bottoms of our feet, the curl and clasp reflex. So we're going to start this one for the infant toddler stage as a finger play, and it moves into a full body tickle. And then we'll do a toddler preschooler version of the rhyme after. It's important to remember when we're doing tickles and body awareness rhymes that we're sharing that one-on-one gaze with our little ones and really gauging their reactions. Because it's important for these guys to know that if they don't want to be touched at a certain time, they don't have to be. You know, outside of basic health care and safety functions and medical professionals, we shouldn't be getting touched unless we want to be. And that's so important to build in as an idea and a concept so early in life, that if we fuss and turn and shake our heads, even small babies do that. They don't want to be touched. We listen to that, so that when they grow up, they have the understanding built in that they're in charge of their bodies, that their no means something and we listen to it, and that when other people say no, we listen to them as well. We are all in charge of our own bodies, and we have to honor that. So we're sharing that one-on-one gaze, gauging our reactions for how this is going. If we're getting that calm, attentive look or big smiles on our face, we've got the go-ahead to keep going. It starts like this. We go slowly, slowly, very slowly creeps the garden snail. Slowly, slowly, very slowly up the garden trail. Quickly, quickly, very quickly scurries the little mouse. Quickly, quickly, very quickly into his little house. So when we've got the sensory stimulus on both sides of our body and we're alternating those reactions there, and then doing something across the midline where we cross from one side of our body to the other, that's really great for integration. So we start with alternating sides of our body to stimulate each side of our brain, and then we move into a midline activity and we turn it into a tummy tickle. So we go slowly, slowly, very slowly creeps the garden snail. Slowly, slowly, very slowly up the garden rail. Quickly, quickly, very quickly scurries the little mouse. Quickly, quickly, very quickly into his little house. So it's the combining of the two hemispheres through the midline that is great for that integration piece. Now, when our kids get a little bit older, they're in the late toddlers, preschool years, we're shifting our physical health and well-being and our body awareness from sort of the integration piece, although that's still very important, to more precise movements, specifically our pre-writing skills in our manual dexterity, our pincer grip, and our fine motor skills. So we can do this one as a pen holding activity. You can use big chunky markers, you can use pieces of chalk, you can use paint brushes, whatever you've got handy. It's great for us to hold any of those writing tools, mark making tools. It goes like this. slowly, slowly, very slowly creeps the garden snail. Slowly, slowly, very slowly up the garden rail. Oh, who's that? There we go. Quickly, quickly, very quickly scurries the little mouse. Quickly, quickly, very quickly into his little house. So that's a really simple way to do this one. You can play around with these. Maybe you can do the different actions of different animals, the places that they live, build in some background knowledge with it. But it's great for us to develop our pre-writing skills this way. And to play with rhymes and have them grow with us as we grow up. Just because something seems like a thing we did when we were babies doesn't mean it's not fun to bring back as an older child. And it increases our capacity to be able to share those throughout the life course. So that's always a wonderful thing. So thanks everybody for joining, for watching today. If you have any suggestions for future videos or any questions that you'd like us to address, please ask them in the comments below. And we thank you again for watching. All right, enjoy your long weekend. Bye guys.